Hey, what's up? I'm Ashley. Thank you for watching this video. And today, we're going to be talking about Cruel Summer, Season 2, Episode 4, and let's get started. The events that are about to unfold take place on or around July 23rd, 1999, December 23rd, 1999, and July 23rd, 2000. So we're going to start off in the summer of 1999. So when the episode first comes on, we see Megan telling Isabella that she wants to do something fun, but nothing too bad though, but she does want to take some risks and go on some adventures. She wants to do something unpredictable. Then after that, we see Megan and Isabella at the beach with Luke and Jeff, and Megan is also telling them that she wants to go out and do something fun. So they all decide to go to a bar. Megan and Jeff volunteered to make everybody fake IDs. When Luke sees that Megan is down for this, he seems surprised. But we already know Isabella doesn't need one because a few episodes back, we saw her fake ID. It said Patty Highsmith. I wonder what she's been using that thing for. But we see Megan and Jeff bond and get closer over making these fake IDs. And Jeff seems really impressed with Megan's hacking skills. He seems to be liking her even more once he's noticing how much of a criminal she can be. But while they were making these fake IDs, a message from Megan popped up on the screen from somebody named CBAB Badge 5. I don't know what that says. The message said, "I can show you some shortcuts for C++ if you want. I'm a pretty good teacher." I find it really weird that Jeff didn't ask her what that meant since he was right there in front of the computer too. I know he saw it, but we did see Megan and Isabella getting ready to go out that night, and while they were getting ready, Isabella kept pushing the fact that Megan and Jeff should date. And yeah, I'm sure she was because she wants Luke all to herself. Okay, so now we're at the bar. And Megan and Isabella had no problem getting through security, but Luke and Jeff couldn't get in because when security asked Luke what was his birth sign, he had no idea. Luke seemed bothered by the fact that him and Jeff had to wait outside in the car, but Jeff seemed like he had no problem with it. But while they were in the car, Luke did ask Jeff how things were going between him and Megan, and when Jeff said everything was going good, Luke tried to act like everything was cool and that he wasn't bothered by the fact that everything was going good between them. But while all that was happening in the car, Megan and Isabella was turning up in the bar. They were taking shots, they were drinking rum and coke, and even some creepy dude at the bar bought them a drink when they first got there. And Isabella just had to bring up her friend Lisa again about the times that they went drinking. And again, like I said before, I think Lisa may be dead and Isabella may have something to do with it. But while they were having a good time, Megan notices that the sheriff is in the bar too. The sheriff was a little bit suspicious to me because when he first gets in there, he hands this guy an envelope. And I'm like, what's in that envelope? But once Megan notices the sheriff is there, she runs to go tell Isabella so they can get up out of there before he sees them. But by the look on his face, you can tell that he did see them. Once they get back in the car, Luke is surprised to see that Megan is drunk, but Jeff is loving all this. They decide to go back to Luke's place to keep on drinking. That's when Jeff asked Megan to take a walk with them, and that's when they first kissed. And when they were kissing, Luke and Isabella saw the whole thing, so that made Luke kiss Isabella. He's like, not me about to be left out of this. But you can tell he really wanted to be kissing Megan and not Isabella. That whole time, it seemed like he was jealous of Megan and Jeff getting closer. Then after that, we see Isabella and Megan having a sleepover, and that's when that timeline is. And here is when we jump into winter of 1999. Here is when we see Megan telling Isabella about a team called White Hat Hackers that looks for loopholes in big companies' websites and fixes them before hackers can get in. She thinks this will be a good way for her to earn extra money once she's in college so she can help her mom, but Isabella looking at her like she don't even care. Then while they're talking, this loud bang comes from the kitchen, and when they go in there to see what it is, they have a big old hole in the roof that's going to cost $6,000 to fix. Megan is shocked and upset when she finds out that all of the emergency funds are gone. She's like, dang, I'm the only adult up in here. But Isabella comes through with $5,000. She's like, my parents gave this to me for a Christmas gift, but y'all can have it. But Megan was like, nah, we not taking none of your money. But $5,000 for a Christmas gift? That's crazy. But for some reason, I think she lying. But Debbie tells them that they're going to sleep over Steve's house because they can't sleep in a house with a big old hole in it. Of course, Megan doesn't want to go. She doesn't want to see Brent, but Brent don't want to see her either. He didn't even come down to say hi to them when they first got to the house. But once they got there, Steve wasted no time to tell Debbie that someone backed out of a deal with him because his son Luke was in a sex tape. Megan found Isabella's bathing suit tucked away in Luke's bathroom in between some towels, and I'm wondering, why was her bathing suit still at his house after all this time and tucked away at that? But Megan does confront Isabella about the bathing suit when she catches Isabella in Brent's room snooping around. And that makes me wonder if she's thinking she could be on a tape too. And that's what she was looking for, because what else is she in there looking for? But when Megan asked her about the bathing suit, Isabella swears that it's from the previous summer. Then Isabella starts turning up. She's like, you're accusing me of hooking up with Luke when I'm letting the whole town call me a hoe. I'm taking all this heat because of you, and you're coming at me with this. I'm letting everyone point the finger at me so that you can keep your scholarship. She's like, how far do I need to go to prove my loyalty to you? Do I need to kill for you? Now, why would she take it there? But this whole episode, we saw jealousy between Megan, Isabella, and Luke. Megan was even jealous when Luke told Isabella that their cook made her favorite food for her. Megan was looking like, what about me? What about my favorite food? So they're all at the dinner table now, including Brent. And once he got there, this whole argument popped off about the sex tape. But Debbie and Steve had to break it up. But Debbie did say that she feels like Brent owes Luke and Isabella an apology. But of course, Brent thinks that's absurd. But things popped off some more once Debbie found out that there were more tapes, and Steve didn't even care. She went in on him, just like he deserves. So since they got into an argument, they up and left. Debbie, Isabella, and Megan got out of there and went back to their house with a big old hole in it. But once they got there, the phone kept ringing. They were prank calls for Isabella calling her a hoe. Steve did send over some plumbers and have somebody go over there and fix the roof since they did get into that big argument. He sent them over there as a form of some kind of apology, so they didn't have to come up with $6,000 or take Isabella's money. But also, Debbie did tell Megan that she has to hurry up and figure out something, because this whole cover story with Isabella taking the blame is hurting everybody. There was a point in the show too where Megan went to Luke complaining to him about Isabella offering them $5,000, but Luke is like, she was doing it out of the kindness of her heart. He's basically telling her that she wasn't trying to brag, but Megan is telling him that they don't understand because they come from money. But girl, shut up. Why are you complaining about somebody offering you $5,000? Shut up. And do I think Isabella got it from her parents for a Christmas gift? No. I think that's suspicious. I think something's wrong with that too. But Megan got her report card in the mail. She went from having straight A's to getting 1 C+, and I feel like she's going to change that C+ to a better grade, and she learned it probably from that message we saw pop up on her computer screen. Now we're moving on to the summer of 2000, where we see Megan going outside at nighttime, putting some bloody sheets in a trash can, and who peeped all this? Isabella, of course. She nosy, and you already know Isabella went over there and opened up the trash can to see what it was. And when she saw that it was bloody sheets, she did look shocked, like she didn't have anything to do with it. So we saw Megan's lawyer asking her if it's anything else he needs to know so he won't be surprised when they go back to the sheriff's office. And she said no, and you already know that's a lie. The lawyer needs to know when the last time she saw Luke, and Megan claims it was early that Saturday, so I'm guessing New Year's Day, and he wants to know if she's been back to the cabin since that day. Megan lies and says no, and we all saw her scrubbing the blood off of that cabin floor. But we see Megan back at the police station, and she's being questioned by the sheriff over a letter Luke supposedly wrote saying that he was going to run away from home and heading to his family in Virginia. The sheriff lets her know that her fingerprints are all over that letter. And the sheriff wants to know why she never told him this. And she's like, I was trying to protect Luke. Protect Luke from what? I found it interesting that we saw both Jeff and Isabella at the police station, but we didn't see them get questioned. But once Megan gets back home, Debbie is on her tough. She wants to know why she never told her that she knew that Luke was planning on running away, and why she didn't even tell her about the letter. And she keeps on saying that she wanted to protect Luke and that he seemed freaked out about something, but he never told her what exactly. She was supposed to drop the letter off in Steve's mailbox once taking Luke to the train station, but when she showed up to take him to the train station, he was gone. He wasn't even there. So then the sheriff shows up at Megan's house with the warrant for her computer. Megan immediately gets on the phone and she's explaining to someone what happened, and I'm guessing it's probably someone who's been teaching her how to be a professional hacker or something. But once they get the computer to the sheriff's office, they can't do anything with it because there's a virus on it. So whatever Megan's been doing, it worked. So we see Megan back at the police station again. The girl cannot stay out of there. But the sheriff brings her in for questioning over some new information. He basically came at her like this. He was like, I know you were pregnant. And when you told Luke, he was like, I don't want to be a daddy. So you killed him. So we find out that Megan was once pregnant. And that makes me think when we saw her putting those bloody sheets in the trash can, it was her having a miscarriage. But y'all let me know what y'all think. But I don't think she killed Luke over this, if she even did tell him. Maybe Isabella found out by seeing that blood in the trash can and she told Luke. But again, let me know what you think. And let me know what you thought about this episode down in the comments so we can talk about it. And if you haven't already and want to see more videos like this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one.